Is this the future for guitar players? Technology has been getting smaller, smaller and smaller. 30 years ago you would need all of this stuff, but now you can fit it all into a smartphone. So after all these years of technological advancements, why are guitar amplifiers still huge? And on top of that, they need effects pedals to make them sound better as well. But what if you could shrink down everything you need for perfect guitar tone so it fits in the palm of your hand? Well, IK Multimedia have done just that with the new TONEX 1 pedal. Can you finally simplify your guitar rig without sacrificing great guitar tone? Currently, the choices for guitar tone in 2024 are practically limitless, but they all come with their own unique list of pros and cons. So let's start with amps. I mean, I love amps. I've got two. They're right here. But they're really heavy, they're super big, and they need to be played loud to be properly pushed to their limits. Most of them also need a noise gate and a boost pedal if you're going to be playing high gain metal riffs. Which then nicely leads me on to pedals. If you're going to play with an amp, of course you're going to need some pedals. Pedal boards can be big and clunky, cumbersome, full of cables. There's humming issues, buzzing issues. You don't know which cable's been unplugged by accident. You don't know if you've plugged the right cables in the right way around. I mean, look at my guitar pedal setup. It's an absolute mess. And then if you just want to add another pedal, you've got to literally unclink everything to fit the new pedal back into the chain. And then in the modern day, you've got something that bypasses all those things. Axe effects, Kempers, quad cortexes. I own a quad cortex, and yeah, whilst it's smaller and lighter than carrying around an amp, it's not exactly pocket sized. It's also super expensive, so I'm worried about damaging it or having it stolen, and it needs a power supply and all these kind of ins and outs, and the power supply is not even that good. And if you don't have an amp model like a quad cortex, then you probably have an interface like this. Most interfaces aren't small and compact like this one. They're usually really big with lots of ins and outs. If you have an interface, you still need lots of other things. You need a smartphone or an iPad or something like that, or a computer to plug into. Then you'll need something else going into the interface or plugins, and those aren't cheap. And finally, you've got your portable mini amps. Those things can be limited to the tones that they have built into them, especially if you have a hardware one. And I simply just don't use them because a lot of them don't have the features that I'm looking for. So with all the issues I have with my current guitar setups, how does the TONEX 1 differ? I mean, for starters, it's incredibly portable. Look how small it is. It's small, but it has a durable metal casing, so I don't have to worry about damaging it due to my carelessness. I like how small it is because it pretty much fits in my pocket or my backpack, and it's so easy just to carry around. I pretty much just leave everything plugged in and move it from room to room with ease. Has the option of a power supply, and you can also power it by USB-C enabled smartphones. I love the additional feature of the USB-C because my latest smartphone has that feature, and it means that I pretty much can play with this wherever I am. It makes practice pretty much as simple as 1, 2, 3. You plug your guitar in that end, headphones in that end, and then either power in there or power in there, and that's it. You're ready to go. I love that because it makes guitar playing super easy. I don't have to worry about fumbling around with all these kind of setup processes. I just plug it in and I'm ready to go. It simplifies the tone process. It has tons of presets built into it. I think it comes with 20 already, but with the addition of the ToneNet, you pretty much have limitless options to download other people's pre-made presets or captures of their amps as well. 90% of the time, I pretty much just want to plug in my guitar and play, and I don't want things to get in the way of doing that, especially not tone chasing. This solves that. It removes that obstacle. It makes guitar more fun. I've already pre-made the presets. I've already got them loaded onto this. I just plug it in and I play with the same two presets every single time. It's an easy way to capture the creativity whenever the inspiration strikes. Now I know what you're going to say. But Jamie, don't you have a quad cortex? Surely that's loads better. Now amps like the quad cortex, Kemper and Axe effects are great. You have so much choice to craft the ultimate tone. But I find with all those options, I just get choice paralysis. And then I waste most of my time making presets rather than playing guitar, which is in fact the thing I want to spend most of my time doing. So if the quad cortex is a time sink for tone, how easy is it on this? And does it actually sound any good? So let's just see how it sounds straight out of the box. I've got it plugged into my Focusrite interface with a generic power supply, and this is the first tone that comes with it. Sounds pretty good to me. It comes with 20 pre-built presets, and some of my favourite ones, as I'm sure you can guess, are the high gain metal ones. So the pedal is currently in A/B stomp mode, which means when I click the switch, it only switches between two variations. I'm going to change them so I can try out some of the other ones. You do that by pressing these two buttons together. Now you can see the lights have changed, and what that means is the one that is flashing is the one I'm controlling. quite a nice clean tone, that is. So as you can see there, it's so easy just to switch between all the presets. If I click this button, it now goes to B preset. So that was A, this is B, and this is stomp. Then if I press it again, I'm now in stomp mode preset switching. So it sounds great out of the box, comes with like 20 presets built in, but what I always want to do whenever I get a new device is I want to make it sound like Metallica. This makes it really easy because I can access ToneNet, which is a free service they provide, and I can download other people's captures and presets they've made without having to spend time doing it myself. When the TONEX one is plugged in via USB-C, you get the option of a librarian in the TONEX app. That lets you access the presets that are built in and you can move them all around. But in the top right hand side here, you can see it says ToneNet. I'm going to click on that, and then we're going to search through people's presets of Metallica and see if someone's already made some. Once we find them, we can then drag them onto the pedal and I can play with them to my heart's content. Here you go, here's some here. There's Black Album and Justice for All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets. So I'm going to choose the Black Album. All I do is drag it over here, drop it on that one. It loads the tone model. It's pretty quick. So simple as that, I just drag the tone onto B and now I've got the Black Album on my pedal that I can play with my heart's content. I can even change the dials on the pedal to change the mids, bass and treble as well. I mean, how fast was that? It was like 30 seconds from no Metallica tone to Metallica tone. Let's try Pantera. So I'll do the same thing again, type in Pantera like I did Metallica. Oh, there's actually only one to choose from. So let's try it that one. Drag it onto A. It's going to overwrite A. So now on my B, I've got Metallica, and on my A, I've got Pantera. How cool is that? A. Sounds great. And then finally, let's see if they've got my favourite amp, the PV5150. Here we go, boosted and scooped, metal forge, drag that one onto there, press overwrite, switch to stomp mode, which I now have to remember how to do. So now I'm in stomp mode, this is it off, just a clean signal, turn it on. PV5150. How quick was that? 3 epic tones in like 1 minute and 50 seconds or something. I can't believe it. And for me, that's incredible because I just want to get to the fun. I want to get to playing guitar. I don't want to mess around with playing about with presets and effects and tones and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a tone chaser. I just want to play guitar. And then the greatest thing is, I can unhook that USB-C now, take that pedal wherever I want, and those 3 presets are loaded into it. Everywhere I go, those presets go with me. And my absolute favourite feature of this pedal is that I can plug it directly into my phone and just record videos wherever I am. The reason why I love that feature the most is because I'm super lazy. I can just plug it straight into my phone with USB-C power. I don't need a portable power brick. The tones sound great. I can record in landscape or portrait, so I can upload directly to YouTube and Instagram. Don't need to have a computer, don't need to use Logic Pro, don't need to use Final Cut. I could do it on the go at conventions or in hotel rooms or anywhere I like. And the tones sound great as well, and they can be adjusted on the go on the app or directly on the pedal itself. And that's why it's a game changer for me, because it makes my life super easy. So what sets the TONEX apart from the rest? Some of my favourite features: super small and portable, it's easy to use and set up, and it sounds great and benefits from ToneNet, which means I can download loads of other people's presets and capture amps as well. And then another great thing, it comes with TONEX for free. There's no sneaky subscriptions, there's no hidden terms and conditions, there's no paywalls. All of the stuff that I've been playing with in this video is all included when you purchase one of these. It's an absolute game changer. The addition of the USB-C blew my mind. I can just plug it into my phone, or I can plug it into my computer super easily and use it as an interface. I can just plug headphones in, and I can plug my guitar in the other end. It makes practicing on the go super easy, and I love to just go and play guitar and not have anything getting in the way, and this does just that. And all that for under $200, you can't really go wrong. If you want to play guitar more and you want to practice on the go with minimal obstacles, then this is the thing for you. Check out TONEX 1 in the link in the description below.